What's happening, everybody? We are back with Break It Down, the show where we talk directly to the artists and dissect their songs, videos, and projects, and really kind of peek behind the curtain at the creative process that go into some of these gems. Back with us again is Revalation of EMS. Rev, what's up?
What up? What up? What up? How's it going, people?
Thanks for being with us again. For those that may not know Revalation, where are you from and how did you end up in Massachusetts?
Yeah, man. So Revalation, aka Rev, part of the crew EMS. We've been rocking since the early 2000s. We met in college, and originally I'm from the Bronx, New York, South Bronx. Moved to Mass when I was about 10 years old, and been in Mass ever since. And yeah, Mass is home now, man. This is what it is. I rep Mass to the fullest.
That's what's up. And you're still in New Bedford, or did you move recently?
So I spent most of my life in New Bedford in Mass, but I actually just moved with my wife. We got a house in Fall River, so we're in Fall River now. Nice. So it's about 20 minutes from New Bedford.
Nice. Well, congratulations on the marriage and officially being a slave to the bank. That's how.
Well, no, we're renting this house. We didn't purchase yet because we're saving money, and I want that low interest rate. So I'm gonna try and come with the big bag up front, so they don't rate me as much.
There you go. Yeah. You gotta have those big bags. So, Rev, we want to break down a song of yours today. I want to look at This That Work. It's a single off of the Own Lane Music compilation, the Stay in Your Lane Volume 1. So break it down for us. How did you hook up with the producer, Cool FD, and how did the song come about?
Yeah, so This That Work basically came about from me kind of networking with some Baltimore MCs, actually. So me and Cool FD, we met through a few mutual friends that I'd worked with, collaborated with, Don Street. And then he had done some mutual work with Don Street and a couple other cats from the Baltimore area. And Don Street predominantly was my first connection with Cool FD. They featured me on a song that they did together. They did an album together that was fully produced by Cool FD. And they featured me on a cut. And since that song, I had kept in connection with Cool FD because I really liked his beats. I liked his style, the feel of his beats. He just had a specific sound that I felt me and him, should do work in the future because his soundscape really fit my voice and my style, like that grittiness. He reminded me almost of like Havoc. Like earlier Havoc in a sense, like when I first heard him. And so we kept in touch loosely. And then he had a kid and he was kind of, not doing too much of the hip hop scene. He was doing like a promotions thing. And he had a website and stuff, and he was helping promote artists, but he wasn't doing too much on the beat making side. So what happened was I reached out to him and I was like, yo, I really like your work and I want to do something with you. You know what I mean? I want to connect with you, and I think we should just put out a single and just see what it does, And he agreed. He was like, yeah, man. And he's like, I dig your style. I like what you bring to the table. Let me send you a folder and, we'll go from there. So he sent me a folder. I want to say it had about maybe like 5 or 6 beats in the folder. And as I'm listening through the beats, oddly enough, This That Work was the first beat that I heard in the folder, right?
Okay.
So as soon as I heard the beat, I was like, my God, like this beat was like crazy. I didn't even want to listen to the other beats because I kept replaying this beat. Oh, I played this beat like 3 times in a row. So then I was like, I have to listen to the other beats because he sent me 6 beats. And if this beat's crazy like that, they all got to be pretty crazy. And they were all fire, but nothing compared to that connection of when I first played this beat. And soon as I heard it, again, it's, I've described this feeling before, but for artists, when they hear a beat and it motivates them, they want to start working right away. And this was also another beat like that. And I just jumped right in and I started writing. I didn't write the whole track in one sitting. I wrote the first verse. Then I came back to the track like maybe 3 days later. And then I wrote the second verse. And now I had it like really like, filled out and stuff. And then the hardest part for me actually was coming up with the chorus, right? Initially I had a different idea for the chorus because I was thinking of doing cuts on the chorus because I love cuts. I'm an old school head. I love, but then I was like, you know what? I need to just make this whole track my own. I was like, and the only way I'm going to do that is I need to spit like a crazy, crazy, hard, catchy chorus, And when I was writing the chorus, I like I said, I was having trouble with it, like exactly getting it how I wanted it. And oddly enough, I stepped away from it and I was listening in the whip to Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay.
If anybody remembers that album, right? You remember how big the choruses were on that album?
Sure.
They were huge, right? Like every chorus was like, it sounded bigger than life. And I was like, man, not that I could even compare to something like that because 50 was like in such a pocket on that album, but I wanted it to have a big feel like that. So that album, I was listening to that motivated me. And when I went back to write the chorus, something just hit me. And I was like, I had it, and the chorus just kind of poured out of me at that point. I think after that, it took maybe 5 minutes, like to write the chorus when I was like stuck on it for a good couple hours trying to get it the way I wanted it. So
Right.
sometimes it's funny, man, you hear something and it just, it gives you inspiration and then you go back to the drawing board and it just flows through you. And that's what happened with that track. And, me and Cool FD, after that track, it's sad because he wasn't doing many beats after that. He had a couple loosies here and there from stuff that he had sent people. But like I said, he had a kid and he wasn't as interested in the music anymore. So it was great to have that track, and catch that lightning in a bottle when I did, because he kind of stepped away from the scene a bit after that. But we got a gem before he left, you know what I mean? And the song had such a great reception. One, it was a solo record and people always are pushing me to put out more solo material, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I'm always doing features and collabs and stuff like that because I love that collaborative process. But this was one song I was really proud of, solo record, top to bottom, and the way that I composed it and did everything. And the reception was really, really good. It got spun by a lot of people. I think Primo spun it, Eclipse spun it. It was getting love everywhere, overseas, you know what I'm saying? In Paris and, Switzerland, Germany, all types of places were spinning this record and really messing with it. So that made me feel really good about putting out future solo material.
That's what's up. And I know this song was a couple years old before it landed on the compilation.
Yep.
Did you have a plan to get it on? I know you've been working on your solo album. Was it originally supposed to be on there?
Yeah, so it's funny
Because
you
you
asked
did
that because
release it before it was on the compilation. The song was out there.
yeah, so I put it out as a single because I told Cool FD, like, let's just throw something out there as a single and let's just see what it does, And it got such a good reception that I talked to Cool FD and I was like, yo, would you mind if I use this on my project? So I was working on EP at the time and it never materialized because I don't know. It just I wasn't in the right space at the time to put out a whole project. So it sat kind of in the background for a bit. Like the single was just there. It was out there. People love the single. And it never had a home. And then, when we started talking about the Own Lane Music compilation, the Stay in Your Lane Volume 1, I was like, that would be the perfect home for it. It's a solo record. It's a hard record. It's a good representation of me as an artist. And I thought that would be the perfect marriage, is putting it on a compilation like that, where everybody putting dope work from, the Own Lane camp. So it just worked out that way,
Nice. Yeah, it's a dope track. Definitely has that Mobb Deep, Havoc kind of feel to it. And it's on the Stay in Your Lane Volume 1 Own Lane Music compilation. It's called This That Work by Revalation, produced by Cool FD. Here it is. Check it out.
Cool FD, Revalation, EMS. Look, this is business as usual. New beat of France with this. They say, what's your favorite joint? Well, the answer's this. Can't resist. You don't need to dance to this. This a shot at the buzzer and I snap my wrist. Swish. Game over, it's wrapped up. EMS the team, so go ahead and act up. My whole squad full of lyrical misfits. Put you in your place so quick you can miss it. Why risk it? Cause your guys insisted I get by without a biscuit. My mind is twisted. You might have had a chance, but this time is different. You gotta rewind back, cause my rhymes is gifted. It's like, oh my god, when I'm spitting flows, y'all just trash, you'll get disposed. Talk about cash and flipping dough, y'all just stand from sniffing coke. You ain't got a chance, you'll get exposed. Try to roll past, you're getting smoked. This REV with a million flows. Cool FD on the beat, we go hard, let's give them the business. Be careful what you wish for, cause you can get this. We put in work, this that work. 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 We go hard.
So you just got a little flavor of This That Work by Revalation, produced by Cool FD, he does have 2 beats on the compilation. He's got a song with Mayhem, I think it's Paris Gates. So shout outs to Cool FD. Thank you for making some dope hip hop with our crew. Rev, thanks for breaking it down with us again. This That
No
Work,
doubt.
incredible track. Go check that out wherever you get your music. And Rev, tell our listeners where they can find you.
Yeah, for sure, man. So if you want to follow me on social media, it's at RevILlutionAries on all social media. So that's RevOFEMS. No spaces, no underscores, just all one thing, at RevILlutionAries. And hit me up, man. Send me a DM, follow me, and just keep up with the work. We're putting out a lot of material right now.
If you like dope music, and I know you post some silly memes too, some comedy, go follow at RevILlutionAries on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Rev, thanks for breaking it down with us again today. And
Thank you.
More episodes to come. Appreciate you, brother. And everybody listening, thank you. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Break It Down. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcast. If there's a song or video you want us to break down with an artist, hit us up on social media at Own Lane Music, or hit the artist up directly and mention our show, Break It Down, and maybe we can talk to him. That's it. Be great, everyone.